Hi, folks. Levi Webb here. I am an aging adventure athlete who's now trying my hand at real estate investing, and I welcome you on this journey as I try to figure this out. Come along with me and see the mistakes I'm going to make. And if you know better, please let me know in the comments and help me make as few mistakes as possible as I attempt to build a real estate portfolio. So, let me catch you up on where I'm at. First of all, my last video, I was out on the trails. I still do a lot of mountain biking, still do a lot of trail running. Today I'm in my office. This is where most of the spreadsheet magic goes down. A little update as to where we're at and where I'm planning on going. So I live in the Bay Area. I've been trying to find rental properties that cash flow for years here in the Bay Area. I've not found anything that even comes remotely close to cash flowing. Um, about 2 years ago, however, I did buy my family home here, which is where we're sitting at right now. Um, since then, I've decided to start real estate investing um, out of state in markets where it makes more sense. I also kind of have a backup market here in California um, planned, but it's still quite a drive. So it's not a market that I could go visit on a daily or even a weekly basis. So right now, I've my top market and the one I'm really exploring is Lubbock, Texas. I like this market for a lot of reasons. A lot of the numbers make sense. One of these videos, I'll take you through how I run the numbers, but a lot of the numbers make sense. And when it comes down to it, what does it mean for the numbers to make sense? For me, it means it cash flows. That means that the amount that I'm going to be charging in rent covers the mortgage, it covers the taxes, it covers the insurance, it covers the property management fee, and it covers any kind of incidentals that might happen, a reserve for replacing the roof or putting in a new sewer line or whatever might come up. And after all those expenses are paid, it needs to deliver money to my bank account. Um, I'm still working on how much that's going to be. What I've done so far is I've created a spreadsheet. I've gone to Redfin and downloaded all of the properties in Lubbock, Texas. I don't actually have access to the MLS, but on Redfin, you have the option to download a spreadsheet with all the properties. So I've used that spreadsheet, made some algorithms that will estimate what the rent will be on approximately on each of those properties, what the payments will be on each of those properties, taxes, all the expenses, and then calculated the yield for each of those. And then I've listed them from absolutely not making any sense to the ones that look like the best deals. Um, so far, I've talked to one real estate agent in Lubbock to get their input. Shortly, I will be talking to another in about 8 minutes here. I will be talking to another Lubbock real estate agent. My plan for now, while talking to these real estate agents, is really to solidify my belief in this market and to uh start to make some friends and some network. Um I, I may or may not use each of these real estate agents to um purchase properties, but the folks I'm talking to are folks that also are investors in the area. So the things I want to ask them is what kind of strategy they recommend for the current market at the current time, as well as what strategy they use in their own portfolios. Um, do they buy multifamily? Do they buy duplexes? Do they buy single family homes? Do they buy fixers that they fix up and then rent out? Do they for those that aren't familiar, Lubbock is the home of Texas Tech University. That is the big thing going on in Lubbock. It's a huge university. About 40,000 students attend uh, Texas Tech. Do they rent to students? Do they rent to families? What parts of town do they rent? Do they rent old houses? Do they rent new houses? So I want to find out what other investors are doing that's working for them. Then I want to hopefully get contacts for property managers that they trust and use themselves, hopefully, as well as lenders. What I'm hoping to do is to get a couple different lenders and a couple different property managers um, from each of the agents I talk to and see if there's any see if there's any crossover, right? I know that just like any industry, this can be a very incestual industry where the lenders that they recommend are the ones that aren't the best, but the ones that give them a kickback or some sort of handshake deal where they send each other business. I'm not completely opposed to that, but I do want to see where the overlap is. I've got trust issues. I want to find the property managers that I can trust, even if they're more expensive. And I want to find the agents that I can trust, even if they're more expensive. And I want to find the lenders that I can trust, even if they're more expensive. Whatever their rate is, I will run the number with that rate and make sure that the properties I'm buying are cash flowing. If they're not, my plan is to offer a lower price, a lower buying price. Don't buy the ones that don't cash flow. So if I haven't talked to this lender yet or this real estate agent yet, um, maybe if they agree, I might upload it to YouTube, what my conversation is. Do I have it covered? What other questions should I be asking as I talk to these agents? I can't guarantee that I will want to work with them, and really, I can't guarantee that they will want to work with me. What other questions should I be asking? Right now, I want to make sure that my numbers I'm running are correct. So what kind of numbers should I be using in my formulas for calculating taxes? What numbers should I be using for insurance, vacancy rate? And what are the risks? From what I understand, one of the reasons why I picked Lubbock, Texas, is because it's reasonably free of natural disaster. But maybe that's just my thoughts from the outside. Um, for example, one of the other markets that I've been looking at is right around Tampa, Florida. I do have some friends in Tampa, Florida. It does cash flow in Tampa, Florida, but I've lived in Florida and I lost a vehicle, a beloved vehicle, in a flood in Florida, which made me acutely aware that Florida is and will be underwater. And I'm not particularly keen to play hot potato by investing in locations that belong underwater. So that gives you context as to one of the reasons why I landed on Lubbock, Texas. But are there other things that I'm not calculating in, other risks of the area that I'm not calculating in? The previous agent I talked to told me about hailstorms that happen once or twice a year. Sometimes means you got to replace your roof. One of the things talked about is they are, as Lubbock grows, they're not entirely sure where their water is going to continue to come from. Most cities tend to figure that out, but it's something to keep in mind. It's right about now. I gotta log off. I'm gonna go talk to this agent and see what I can find out. Wish me luck. please like and subscribe and drop some comments of maybe some other questions I should be asking, or even better, if you know an agent in the Lubbock area or an investor, or you are a lender or know a lender in the Lubbock area, put them in touch. I want to talk to them. Until next time, I'm out.